Hello friends, this is Sultan, and today in this video we will be looking at simultaneous elections in India, as the government is thinking seriously on this issue to take Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections simultaneously, and of course election commission is also in favor. So it becomes important to get to know what exactly simultaneous election is and how is it easy or difficult to practice such things in India in this time or in current days. So let's see. First of all, this is part of electoral reforms, right? As government and election commission reform the electoral process time to time. So that is the simultaneous election is also one of the part of electoral reforms, right? And various committees also has recommended to the government to conduct simultaneous elections in India. Okay, so what exactly simultaneous elections will be and how is it going to work in India? So first of all, there will be elections only once in 5 years, right? And those elections will be conducted together, that is Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. Vidhan Sabha in the sense all the states elections will be held with the elections of Lok Sabha. Remember this thing. Lok Sabha and all state Vidhan Sabhas elections will be conducted at the same time, that is once in 5 years. So we can imagine how much preparation it would be needed for election commission, as election commission has already stated that conducting elections in India is world's biggest event management, right? So this is the seriousity, we can say seriousness and efforts needs to be taken while conducting elections. Okay, then of course the election commission has given green signal, that is government of India has asked to the election commissioner its opinion on simultaneous elections. So the election commission has also said that whatever government is thinking over it is absolutely correct and they can go ahead. So there is no hurdle from election commission as such. And remember this thing, it is not for the first time that we are implementing such things in India. It was experienced in post-independence period, that is we can say 1950 to 1967. For almost these 2-3 decades, the Indian government, that is the election commission, used to conduct elections simultaneously. So because at the same time there was rule of Congress, to which Rajni Kothari, the popular political scientist, has named as Congress system. The era of the Congress, especially the era of Nehru, is named by Rajni Kothari as Congress system, where everywhere, that is Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha, all the state Vidhan Sabhas were ruled by Congress, and Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha was also ruled by Congress. So therefore there was no such opposition to the Congress as such. So therefore there was no problem for the party to conduct elections at the same time. Okay, and of course before implementing we have to see whether this suits to India or not. That is, one size does not fit all. If it is possible in other countries, doesn't mean that it is possible in India also. It depends and varies from country to country. So for that matter, we have to analyze the current situation in India. Okay, so for that we'll have to look at what are the pros, that is benefits of simultaneous elections. Okay, then right now huge amount of money is spent on elections from party, candidates and government also, right? So huge amount is spent on the elections, and if we conduct simultaneous elections, this money will be saved. So we can save crores and thousands crores of rupees for conducting elections once in a 5 year. Then in current days, ministers are very busy in campaigning, because each and every year we face elections in India. Therefore, many cabinet ministers and other ministers has to participate in election campaigning. So therefore, they cannot concentrate completely on their duty, that is to govern or to control their department. So therefore, if we conduct simultaneous elections, so they can campaign only once in 5 years, and rest of the time they can focus on development projects. So that will be one more benefit. And code of conduct, again, जिसे हम हिंदी में आचार संहिता भी कहते हैं, or it can be in the Marathi and other languages. So code of conduct, at this time when elections are declared, so government cannot declare any scheme, or it cannot propose any bill or anything as such, or they cannot even just transfer a particular officer from one place to another, and even they cannot suspend. So, and with, of course, for that matter, they need to take the permission of election commission. So these many problems are being faced by the country. If only elections are conducted once in a 5 years, so this issue of code of conduct will be only once in 5 years. So every year we don't need to face this problem of code of conduct, so that government officers and the government officials can govern or execute the government policies smoothly. And another benefit can be the voting behavior of the citizens. Currently, very few people in India turn towards voting booth, and that can be the reason that due to various and more elections they may not come to vote. But if we conduct elections only once, then of course they may turn towards voting booth, as they have to vote only once for all the governments, right? And now let's have a look on cons. What are the demerits of the simultaneous elections? First of all, it can confuse to the voters, right? Because priorities of state and priorities of center are different. So people may get confused to vote which party. So while there is, we can say, political wave like we had in 2014 elections, so one party can get full majority in the center and in the states as well. So at that time it becomes very difficult for other parties to sustain, right? So it will be one party rule like Congress system. Then politicians will face citizens only once in 5 years, right? It is again second thing. Now whenever elections comes, the politician goes to the citizens and interact with them, and they make them feel that we are accountable to you. But if elections are conducted only once in a year, then they may not go again and again to the public, and they will go only once in 5 years and meet them. So there we can say one kind of accountability will not be there. Then regional parties may lose their existence again. As I said, if there is political wave at national level, so regional parties or states parties will not be able to sustain at all. They will have to lose their existence, and only one party will rule in center and in state as well. So it will create more problem, because it will completely vanish the concept known as checks and balances. If checks and balances are removed, then again it goes against the principle of democracy, right? Then security issues during elections, again we need more manpower while conducting elections, so we need to deploy more and more security personnel in the country during elections for security purpose. Okay, then again huge manpower is needed, which would be conducting elections. So we can say, while conducting elections, as the election commission itself does not have its own mechanism to conduct elections, it has to rely on the government mechanism. So while election duty, the government officers may not concentrate on their regular governance, so it may be another problem. So these things also needs to be taken into consideration. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to our channel Simple Concepts, and thank you.